G-Shock is not resting on its laurels to start the year 2025. They are coming at the year attacking hard with huge drops, new watches, and we're going to look at them because they are hard hitting. That is right, gentlemen. The watch that I hit hard is hitting back even harder with new drops. Take a look at this GD010, GA010 just came out, and already we have some powerful new colors. Look at them. Those of you listening on the podcast may not be able to see. I'm going to describe them. There's two new GD010s and two new GA010s. And just to jog your memory, the GA010 is G-Shock's new basic analog digi watch, and the GD010 is a new basic and very durable digital watch, okay? The first release of these watches came in 3 color variants each. Well, there's 2 more to add, okay? So we're looking at the GD010. We have a black one, and this black one has a negative display. Now, you know my policy on negative displays when it comes to LCD. I don't like them, okay? But I make exceptions for those negative LCDs, which you can read, okay? I like to read my watch. I enjoy legibility, okay? And a lot of times, G-Shock watches with that negative LCD, illegible. Now, with the GD010, because the segments on the LCD are so thick, I suspect that the negative LCD should be readable, okay? And both of these new GD010s have the negative LCD screen. Now, the first one is black. It has a black resin band and the negative LCD. Now, of particular interest to me is this brown GD010. It's this coyote color, which I talked about with the release of the Rangeman last year. Actually, it was 2023 I was ranting about that. We need more tactical colors. Well, Casio G-Shock provided these with a brand new GD010. It's a tactical coyote brown color, and it has Cordura fabric. It's a fabric strap. I'm assuming it's Cordura. We'll take some closer looks. I'll show you why I think it's Cordura. Now, in terms of the GA010, you have the basic black with the LCD being negative on the digital subdial, okay? Now, you guys remember I got my brother a GA010 for Christmas, and in the few days he was down here visiting, he liked that watch. So we're going to have to get in touch with him for a follow-up. We want to update. Does Big Uncle Russ still like the GA010? Well, stay tuned. We'll find out. Now, the second watch, the new colorway of the GA010, is green, but it looks like a lighter green than the previous release of the green. This one also has a negative LCD and a fabric band, which again, I believe is Cordura. Now, who is the source of this leaked information? Because this is not an official release yet. This is rumored. These are leaked photos. Great G-Shock World, okay? And this is a Japanese blog. Now, thanks to the power of the internet to undo the curse of the Tower of Babel, I have used Safari's translation function, okay? Now, some of you may say it's blasphemous to say that the internet has undone the curse of the Tower of Babel. Well, you remember Babel is where mankind was dispersed according to their language. And we have easy ways to translate nowadays, easy in terms of clicking a button, right? But how accurate are these translations? Well, I don't know, okay? So this is a Japanese blog. It has been translated by my Safari web browser. How accurate is it? Those of you who know Japanese and are readers of Great G-Shock World can let me know in the comments below what you think about this translation. He wrote an article entitled, New Work in January. A new color for the 10-year battery series is now available. Inverted LCD and cross-band model. All right, and so I'm not going to read every word of this, but we're going to key in on a picture here of this green GA010, and you see the fabric band. Is this Cordura? Now, you gentlemen know I am a huge fan of the Cordura bands. I have a GA2100. Actually, let me get it. It's in here. Oh, wait, you know what? It's not in here. I was looking for the GA2100 BCE. I couldn't find it this morning. I was like pretty ticked off about that, but here's the GAB 2100 CTE. This is the cotton band. You notice the cotton band has rivets in the holes, right? Now, when you look at this new GA010, it has a fabric band, no rivets. There's no rivets here, which leads me to believe that this is the Cordura band. However, it's very difficult to tell from the picture, okay? So I'm hoping it's Cordura, because I think the Cordura band's fantastic. Very comfortable, all right? And when it gets wet, it does not get soggy. And when I clean it, I bring it in the shower and I wash it. And I have some footage of me doing that in the shower. Stay tuned for that video, because I made a video about how much I like the Cordura band, including shower footage. I have a waterproof camera, so I thought, hey, why not? I'll show you guys. I can give you a little tutorial on how to playfully wash your G-Shock watch in the shower. Stay tuned for that video, all right? Now, the Cordura band, very easy to wash, dries quickly. That's why I love it, all right? Now, those of you watching can see this brand new GD010 in this coyote tan color, this tactical color, whatever you want to call it. Those of you listening in on the podcast, let me describe it. Looks awesome, all right? Now, you have these little, you get a little, what do you call it? Adapters. Now, these adapters, a little bit of a different color than the actual body of the watch, but it's the same color as the light button, okay? And I just noticed right now that there's 3 keepers on this fabric band, okay? Part of the problem with the fabric band is if you're a big wrister like I am, you have these 2 little keepers. Well, you push them all the way down. I mean, there's not much of a tail left when you have a big wrist to keep, so the 2 keepers are fine. But if you are a small wrister, you're going to have a long tail. The 2 keepers may not be enough, and the keepers don't stay put on the fabric bands, all right? They're just sliding all up and down. I just noticed in this picture there's 3 keepers on these fabric bands. Will one of them be fixed and the other 2 move? I don't know. We shall see. But I love the look of this brown. If it's released in the United States of America, I will buy it, because I also want to know if this negative LCD screen is legible. Not all of G-Shock watches have legible negative LCDs, but I'm thinking this will be one of them, okay? In other news, there's a new metallic series released by G-Shock. Now, this is not a rumor. What I was just saying previously about the GA010 and the GD010, rumors. Just unconfirmed, I should say. What I'm telling you now is not a rumor. There's a brand new series of G-Shock called the Fine Metallic Series, and it has an all-new vapor deposited tough silicone band, okay? And this is from gcentral.com, and he writes, the upcoming G-Shock Fine Metallic Series offers silver and gold GM 5600 and GM 2100 stainless steel covered watches featuring a monotone, full metallic style with soft silicone band and a matching stainless steel band keeper. While these watches may initially appear to have painted resin bands, they are actually the first G-Shock models to feature newly developed tough silicone band, which combines both silicone and urethane layers. According to Impress Watch, the tough silicone band took 10 years to develop, and the dual layer band has a silicone resin surface protected by urethane resin. The urethane is covered with a durable clear film with the reverse side of the film vapor deposited to create the metallic finish. It sounds and looks like the metallic vapor deposited part is protected by the clear film, so the finish should be more durable and abrasion resistant than a painted resin band. And the soft silicone inner layer should provide more comfort on the wrist than a standard resin band. The vapor deposition also offers a much more reflective finish than previously used metallic paints. The Fine Metallic series includes the original style silver GM 5600 YM-8 and gold GM 5600 YMG-9 and the analog digital GM 2100 YM-8A and GM 2100 YMG-9A. The series was announced in Japan with a January 24 release date, with a wider release expected to follow. G-Shock, and then there's some pictures which you can see. Those of you watching will notice that these watches look metallic. They're shiny, right? From one end to the other, it is a metallic color. Now, the watch that I have up right now on the screen is the silver one. Now, notice that we'll start on the buckle. The buckle is a steel color. The band is a steel color, but it's just the color, okay? The silver color is deposited on a silicone band that has urethane in it too. Are you confused? Well, let me tell you that the part that's next to your skin is silicone, which is soft. But it sounds like the band itself has urethane in it, but it appears to be metallic. So it looks like a very flexible metallic. And here's the gold one. And so the gold, oh, and look at this. The gold has a LCD that in this picture looks kind of gold. Not like actual gold, but not silver. It's like has a little bit of a goldish hue. And the LCD screen on the silver one, and these are 5600 series watches, is negative. Again with a negative. And so those of you listening may be very confused. It looks metallic. It's as durable as urethane and soft feeling as silicone. Silicone touches your flesh. The metallic radiates its luster to the eyeballs. That's how I would describe it. And the gold is gold all the way through from one end to the other. You know, that's not touching your skin. And the silver. Oh, and here's the Casio version. Looks like a big ball of metal. The dial's silver. And now when we get to the gold Casio, the dial is black, the indices are gold, their hands are gold, and the subdial is a negative LCD. So what do you gentlemen think of these four watches? If you like the how metallic metal is, but like how the plasticity of plastic, this watch series offers the best of both worlds. And it is the Fine Metallic series. So keep an eye out for that. And just to reiterate what this article said, the release date, what did it say the release date was? January 24th in Japan. Will it be released in the United States? Well, at some point after that, it should occur. And Casio Japan has a interview with the developers of this technology. Okay. It's a metallic texture that is not inferior to real stainless steel. So this looks pretty interesting. And according to this article, the idea was developed 15 years ago, but the actual development took 10 years. So what's the year now? 2025. So at some point in 2015, they got to work actually laying down metal onto a urethane/silicone band. So read that article for more information. because it looks like this is an actual new development in technology, not like the Ring Watch where they kind of, the marketing material kind of made it sound like they developed metal injection molding. Speaking of the Ring Watch, there's a gold one coming out. We're going back to great G-Shock World, who has spilled the beans on a gold Casio ring watch. Or should I said spill the natto. This is a Japanese blog. They have natto, right? Aren't those like Japanese breakfast beans? If you guys know what natto is, let me know, because as far as I know, they're Japanese breakfast beans. Anyways, this ring watch, according to Great G-Shock World, and again, this is rumored information. The beans are spilled here. The beans, all the natto beans are all over the place. I'm like sifting through them for this information. And again, I'm using Safari to translate this blog post from Japanese to English. And Great G-Shock World writes, Ring watch again. This time, check the gold model, CRW001GD-9. The release date is undecided. And I'm going to continue reading according to this translation provided by the Safari web browser. The Ring Watch CRW001, which was released in December last year and was sold out in a very short period of time with overwhelming popularity based on the full metal G-Shock GMW B5000D. We have confirmed the existence of the gold model, which is considered to be the next model. The next ring watch seems to be based on the Full Metal G-Shock GMW B5000 GD-9 as a motif for the first model, and the model number is CRW001GD-9. The LCD is an inverted LCD specification like the GMW B5000 GD-9. The release date is undecided. At this time, the release date of the CRW001 GD-9 is undecided. We will notify you later when we can get more information. All right, well, I'm on Twitter. I follow Great G-Shock World on Twitter. And if you gentlemen are on Twitter, well, check out my Twitter feed. And you might also want to check out Great G-Shock World because he spills the beans. And there's one more article I want to read to you from Great G-Shock World. Actually, two more articles, excuse me. This article I'm going to read to you is very cryptic. Okay, if you guys can make sense of this article, this one is really going to jog your imagination. It's going to throttle your imagination. This article is entitled, In 2025, the first new series, GAV001. It's confirmed. Is it analog G-Shock? Let me read the article. We confirmed data that seems to be the new G-Shock series with a precision equipment trading company in North America. Again, let me jump in here to say that something was lost in translation. Let me jump back into the article as translated by a Safari web browser. GAV01. What I was able to confirm this time is the model number GAV0001. It is already registered as G-Shock as data and is highly likely to be a new series of G-Shock. In the model number of the Casio calculator watch, if G comes up to 3 digits from the beginning of the model number, it is almost G-Shock. And since there is an A in the second digit from the beginning of the model number, it is possible that it is an analog series to judge from past models. In addition, since there is no B before the number in the middle of the model number, it seems that the Bluetooth collaboration function is not installed. From the above factors, there is a high probability that this is a new model of the basic category analog model. All new has more than 4 colors. In the case of a new model, 2 to 4 colors will be released at once, but this GAV01 is the following 4 models: black, blue, yellow, or beige, gray. However, based on the situation of similar cases in recent years, it is likely to be about 3 colors in Japan. G-Shock in 2025 has finally begun. The new model has also been confirmed, and it seems to be getting excited. Oh, that's great. All right, so What do you gentlemen think? That's the article. I'm done reading. So let me just sum up the article by saying that there's a new model. There's information that a new model is out, and the only thing that we know about it is the model number, which is GAV01. Now, because the first letter is G, that means it's a G-Shock. Okay, so this is information published from Casio. A stands for analog. What does V mean? I don't know. 01, obviously the first. So totally new series. What do you gentlemen think that the GAV01 will look like? My suspicion is that there's no digital subdial. It's a G-Shock watch. It's analog all the way through. So there's the MRG G-Shock watches that are analog, no digital subdial, and it makes sense that they would trickle that whole design motif into a regular G-Shock. Again, just analog hands, no digital subdial. That is my suspicion. That is my hunch, but we shall see what that model will actually bring us. So stay tuned for that. Now, the final bit of information from Great G-Shock World that I read is that the super large, also known as King G-Shock, has been discontinued. And this is from the article entitled Big Size Square GX56TU-1A5JF is out of production. Wild G-Shock with khaki color and manly. Now that's a verbatim. I'll just jump in here to say that that's a verbatim translation or reading of the Safari translation. And I'm getting a pretty big kick out of how my Safari web browser is translating this. Let me continue reading. It is found that GX56TU-1A5JF, released in July 2024, has been discontinued. Super large, also known as King G-Shock. The GX56 series is a G-Shock nicknamed King G-Shock by fans because of its overwhelming size of 55.5 by 53.6 by 17.5 millimeters length, width, thickness. This GX56TU-1A5JF uses the khaki color, which is often used in military uniforms, for the dial and the band color, and is a wild G-Shock with strong military color. The movement is quartz with tough solar function. The main functions are 20 atmospheres waterproof, stopwatch world time, LED backlight, fully automatic calendar, impact-resistant structure, shock resist, dust-proof and mud-proof structure, mad resist, etc. Let me jump in here. It says mad-proof. This watch is mad-proof. That's one of the few G-Shocks that are mad-proof and mud-proof. All right, jumping back in. All right, actually, yes, only a few in stock. The GX56TU-1A5JF is only in stock and cannot be expected to be supplied in the future due to the end of production. If you are interested, we recommend that you purchase as soon as possible. All right, so that's the end of the article. Let me jump in and tell you guys. I told you guys about this when it was released in the United States, the GX56TU, which is the two-tone utility series. And it is a rare G-Shock, or a rare King, because it has a positive LCD. Okay, let me reach into the box here. Where'd my King go? Here's the King. The King that I have, the GXW56BB, has a negative LCD, as most of the G-Shock Kings have. Very, very difficult to read. And so when the GX56TU came out, I was like, gentlemen, you got to hop on this positive LCD King. What's not to love? Well, it's sold out. Okay, the G-Shock website, it's sold out. Now I did find it on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description to someone who is selling it on Amazon, but who knows, at this point it could be sold out. However, go to the description of this video, click the link, maybe it's available. Maybe. Probably not. But you got to click to find out, because it's gone, it's done. This is truly a limited edition. Those of you who bought it, You should greedily laugh to yourself and rub your hands together because you made out like a bandit. All right? It's sold out. When you see a G-Shock watch that you want, buy it because it will sell out, okay? The GWG 2000, that's not available on the G-Shock website anymore. All right? You can go to the G-Shock website. I'll leave a link below to that one too if you want to click through and see. Last time I checked, they're all sold out. All right? The watches sell out. G-Shock says they aren't making anymore. When G-Shock says they aren't making anymore, that could be true. All right? So, gentlemen, I just want to remind you guys, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father except through him. I'm Jim Kincaid. Thanks for watching.